Ricky and Ronnie. This is Aunt Kit. I am now living in Richmond, Virginia, and I don't have that many good friends left anymore. And I was sorry that we lost your father. I was, I think, one of his best friends. I hope I was. I knew your father and mother for, I'm sure, about 70 years. And your mother passed. I was heartbroken, miss her, but I stayed close to your father. And your father and I were good friends for all these years. He was, I really enjoyed his company. He was one of a kind. And I was thinking, like, my kids were close to you, and when I was thinking about him, I was thinking that your father, I think, was in charge of distribution of the daily news at night, and, well, you wouldn't remember, my kids wouldn't remember, the trucks were loaded. I think it was in downtown New York somewhere. The trucks were loaded with the papers, and the trucks went out to all the stationery stores, you know, on Long Island and everywhere else. The paper was 2 cents, when I remember it, and everybody used to get the paper at a stationery store at night, and everybody read the daily news. If it wasn't in the news, it wasn't fit to print. So I am sorry that your father has left us. He was one of my good friends for most of my life, and I think of him all the time. You had a wonderful father. I really miss him. And I'll think about him all the time. Be good. Love you, Aunt Kit.
Hi, I'm Denise Hammond. I am Kit and Bill Cafaro's daughter, and proud to say Joe's goddaughter. My father and Joe were lifelong friends. My dad told stories about how they would go swimming in the East River as kids, and they'd emerge proudly with hunks of tar glommed onto their bodies. He also would describe how they would hitch rides on city buses by putting on their roller skates, getting to the back of the bus, and holding on to the bumper, which, of course, today would get you arrested, if not killed. My mother and Joan were also lifelong friends, and these two couples became extremely close. They lived near each other as newlyweds and as young parents. And even after the Jells moved to Plainview and my family moved to Smithtown, the families remained very intertwined. My siblings and I were basically honorary cousins to Ricky and Ronnie. We had countless celebrations together, holidays, and picnics at Heckscher State Park. I even called them Uncle Joe and Aunt Joan. I loved a lot of things about Joe. I loved his enthusiasm for anything he enjoyed, especially food. I remember him very joyfully chomping on hunks of Asiago cheese from my father's antipasto tray. He was as excited as somebody who had just discovered electricity. I also loved his laugh. When Joe laughed, everybody laughed, even if you hadn't heard the joke yet. He was also a great teacher. He taught me how to drive a stick shift. When we were together on vacation in Montauk, he took me out in my brother Billy's standard shift Camaro, and he made me stop and restart that car on a hill about 50 times until I no longer stalled it. At the end, I was frazzled, the clutch was traumatized, but Joe was still calm. I loved Joe's devotion to Joan and to Ricky and Ronnie, of course, and I also loved the way he was always ready for a party. This guy carried a martini shaker kit in the trunk of his car. Some people have a go-to bag. Joe had a martini shaker, let's get this party started bag. I will miss my Uncle Joe. He didn't offer religious guidance, and that's okay because I'm not a religious person. But he lived his life with integrity, warmth, humor, and boundless energy. He showed us how to be good to people, especially my parents, how to laugh easily, how to work hard, and how to always be prepared just in case somebody needs a cocktail. Bye-bye, Uncle Joe. Love you.